Okay, today we're talking about equivalent fractions. When we're finding equivalent fractions, we do have some rules. Okay, I was nice enough to write these rules up on the board for you. If you can't really see them, zoom in. Number one rule when we're finding equivalent fractions, what we're going to try to do first of all is simplify. Okay, simplify means we're breaking them down until we cannot break down a fraction anymore. Until you can only divide it by 1. All right, when we're simplifying, we are going to use division. All right, when we're finding equivalent, we can either use division or multiplication. But we're simplifying right now. So, to simplify, first of all, we got to look up at rule number 1. Rule number 1 is?
Is it even?
No. Is it half? Read the rule. Is it half? Is 4 half of 12?
No.
No. Let's go to step 2. What does step 2 say? Are the numerator and denominator even? Are they even numbers?
Yes.
If so, that means you can.
Divide by 2.
So let's say I divided by 2.
Yeah, you are doing.
And I'll get 4 divided by 2 is 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. But that is not the smallest one it can be.
No, it can go further.
It can go further. I can divide by 2 again, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 divided by 2 is 4. And 6 divided by 2 is
3.
3. Now I can't go any further without only by dividing by 1, which is going to equal the same exact thing. Now, that was a long way. If you get really good at dividing by 2, following rule number 2, eventually you're going to be able to skip rule number 2 and go to rule number 3. Can you divide both by the same number? Common factors. That means, can you divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. What can you divide it by?
4.
Yeah, divide by 4. See, look at that.
4.
So 4 divided by 4 is? 1. 12 divided by 4 is?
3.
Boom.
1/3.
Look at that. 1/3, 1/3. Now, here's the thing I want to show you guys. Perhaps your brain's having a really tough time finding common factors through division. So let's do a cheat. Like a cheat code, right? A different way to do it. So, check it out. What's the opposite of division? It is...
Multiplication.
So let's try this instead. Let's say you just can't wrap your brain around it. What 2 numbers can you multiply to equal 9?
3 times 3.
Let's do 3 times 3. Well, what about 15?
3 times 5.
Oh, I found common factors. What's the common factors?
3.
3. 3 and 3. Now, that means we can divide them both by 3. But here's another cheat. Check this out. Let's cross out the common factors and what's left?
3 kids.
How do I know that's correct? Check it out. I'll do it up here. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. 9 divided by 3 is? 3. 15 divided by 3 is? 5. Look, 3/5. It matches. Ta-da! Now, let's do the last one. 8/14. I'm going to skip number 2. Because we can divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Let's do something different. Let's go to 3. Can you divide both by the same number? Common factors. Well, let's pretend I can grasp it. Because it's not hard, right? Right? Let's do 14 first. Sometimes I flip-flop it because I know best what would work for me. 14. What 2 numbers?
2 and 7.
2 times 7. Now, up on top, I know how to do 8. There's several ways to do 8. Okay? 8 times 1. Well, not several ways. There's a couple ways. 8 times 1.
2. Or you could do 2 times 4.
2 times 4. Ta-da! I see a common factor, right?
Yeah.
So let's cross out these 2's, and what are we left with?
4. Yay.
Lemon squeezy. No, wait. Did I do that backwards?
Yes.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Thank you.